Uhuru, Fallon here, just wanting to touch on what has been going on. So, I returned home from the Uhuru headquarters in St. Petersburg, Florida, where I spent 2 days immersed in political study, listening to speakers, watching presentations. It was really just a transformative experience and truly dynamic, and I'm just so honored to have been able to go. So thank you again to all of those who contributed to my You Caring campaign. It meant a lot. And so as I said, I was transformed by those 2 days, just being in the Uhuru House and getting again to hear Chairman Omali Yeshitela speak, and Penny Hess and Akile Anai and Jesse Neville and all the comrades. They had so much beautiful, just empowering stuff to say. It truly is. Omali Yeshitela said it, white solidarity with Black power is truly breathtakingly historic. And so I got home and I wanted to tell everyone about my unity, my solidarity with the Black Power revolution, and I made a post. I am Black Power in white face, and I am a soon-to-be member of the African People's Solidarity Committee under the leadership of the African People's Socialist Party, and I am a member of Uhuru Solidarity Movement, a mass organization of white people from around the world that unite. And it's beautiful, and I'm so happy, and I want to thank all of you that supported me. Really, it means a lot. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about what that ignited. I noticed that as soon as I announced what I was doing by uniting with the Black Power Revolution, by showing solidarity through paying reparations to the Black community, and mind you, I noticed as soon as that I announced what I was doing, this is something that I am dedicating my life to, I was hit with a bunch of criticism, and most of the criticism came from white males, and they made it either about themselves, about their ancestors. They made it about a variety of other oppressed people around the world. They gave their high and mighty liberal opinions surrounding reparations and race. Some of them talked about distributing power evenly. Some got crass and talked about all the Black, Hispanic, and Asian friends they had. And some even mentioned that reparations can only be paid to those immediately wronged. Where the fuck are you living that you don't think that Black communities, that Africans here and around the world are being wronged every day by colonizers, by us sick, perverted white colonizers? We brutalized 2.5 million Black men, women, and children in this country in jails. There are violent state-sanctioned, state and federal-sanctioned agencies that kidnap Black and indigenous children. They drug them, and then they put them into human trafficking. There's so much information out there for you, and you know that. Stop being so ignorant. These state-sanctioned agencies have special fucking privileges where they don't even need evidence. They go, these social workers go with police officers, guns fucking pulled, and can just steal your kids. All because someone may have called in to say that they think that the kids are being abused. No evidence, nothing. By the time you get the kid back, it's 6-7 months later, damage done. That is brutal. That is terrorism. That is state-sanctioned, approved terrorism. The police, also known as the KKK, in uniform, they plant drugs in Black communities, they kill their leaders, they poison their water, they deny them resources for food and healthcare. My role as a white person is to wake other white people up to this horrendous behavior. And maybe you see it. Maybe you're like, I can't believe this is happening. How can I help? You can help by joining USM and paying reparations toward the Black community. Because what that's doing is creating economic development. It's uniting communities. It's giving them, giving back stolen wealth, giving back the resources that they deserve. We are all sitting on a pedestal. All this wealth in this country is built on the back of Africa and African people. And there's no denying that. For once, stop making it about yourself. Stop comparing it to you and your ancestors. Stop talking about Black on Black violence or Chinese on Black violence. I'm talking white European, North American violence on the African people and nation. Cut the self-centered bullshit. I'm not talking about the Vikings. I'm not talking about your family's history or the enslavers and exploiters that weren't white. Oh, and you made a statement earlier, Martin, about, you know, that not all the African countries had provided slaves. What textbooks are you reading? Where did you grow up? Where did you learn that they provided us slaves? We went in there guns blazing. We forced them onto boats, you know? They didn't provide us. We stole and looted. We enslaved Africans for hundreds of years in fields, building everything, all the wealth that you see around. And I want to see black community control of the police. Police are occupied armies inside black neighborhoods. They're for-profit terrorist organizations under the guise of protecting, serving, justice, and all that other bullshit. It's complete bullshit. And we're paying for this to happen. FBI wants to talk about black identity extremism. What about white identity extremism? You know, what about the white identity extremists with badges and fancy fucking titles? What about Cheeto-faced, toupee-wearing Trumple-Dumple-D in the white people's house? He's a white identity extremist that should be jailed. You touch one and you touch all. And I will no longer be complicit in this state and federal sanctioned violence against the African community any longer. I'm taking a stand. I'm uniting by joining the African People's Solidarity Committee under the leadership of the African People's Socialist Party. I am a proud and honored member of a Uhuru Solidarity Movement, and you can be too. It's a mass organization of white people dedicated to uniting with the Black Power Revolution, and it's beautiful. And it needs to happen. It needed to happen in the 60s, but the Black Panther Party was snuffed out because all they were striving for was black economic development and self-determination. But white power doesn't like to be threatened, and that's what happened. So they killed all of their leaders or jailed them, and they are political prisoners. We need to talk about this more. It's troubling. Well, they're going to talk about it tomorrow. Fallon's Daily Toast at 7 o'clock. It's a web conference. I'm going to be streaming a web conference from St. Petersburg, Florida, where Jesse Neville, National Chair of USM, Jesse Neville, and chairwoman of African People's Solidarity Committee, Penny Hess, will be discussing this FBI's latest attack on the black movement by, arresting people, for nothing, for doing nothing, for voicing their opinion about the oppression. You know, the road to socialism is painted black. Yeah, I truly believe in that. And again, I just want to thank all of you that are supportive for your support. Anyone that's interested in joining USM, go to uhurusolidarity.org. You can start paying reparations. And Art for Reparations on Etsy has a store. You can buy art. All the money goes to the Black Power Blueprint in St. Louis, where they're building kitchens and community space and gardens, and it's beautiful. So that's all I've got to say. I'm so happy to be doing what I'm doing, and I'm inspired, and I want to just thank all of you. And for those of you that, have your criticisms, just keep them to yourself. I don't want to hear them. You're distracting to the goal, to the movement. Uhuru. Unity through reparations. Also, to my comrades, Uhuru.